In this episode, we look back at our first week together, the daily routine we developed, what we learned, and how you can be better prepared for when you get a puppy of your own. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Growing Up Queens. With any big change in life, there follows a decompression period where you adapt to that change. Your pet will experience this as well. That's why it's incredibly important to be patient and empathetic to the fact that your new pup's whole world has been completely flipped upside down. Imagine being in their paw prints. New humans you don't really know come and take you away from the only place you've ever known, and plop you in a new home where you might be the only pet. I imagine it's overwhelming and terrifying to then be penned up or crated and left alone for possibly the first time ever in your life. Especially in that first week, I found it important to reassure Queens that I understood her confusion and fear, and that I had her back when it counted. It was a last-minute idea that I thought would be cute, but turned out to be one of the best decisions I could have made, and that's camping out next to the pen for the first few nights. In hindsight, I'll get a cot to spare my back, but this really was the least I could do to offer her comfort and reassurance, and it kicked off the bonding process in a big way. I highly recommend. From there, we quickly fell into a comfortable daily routine of pee pad training, giving a treat and making a big deal if she used it throughout the night, cleaning up any messes she may have made, teaching her to ring a bell by the balcony door, and using a fake grass pee tray to associate ringing the bell with going outside to pee. It didn't always go smoothly. In fact, I found her peeing on her beds, pillows, and towels a little too casually. Curbing that involved keeping all those things off the floor until I caught her using the pee pads so I could reward the correct behavior. It took about 2 weeks of constant vigilance. After that, I'd make some coffee and eat a little breakfast before we headed out for our morning walk around the block. I found I had to take her out every 3 hours to help with potty training, but a short walk around the neighborhood was enough to knock her out for a few hours so I could get some work done. This period is short-lived, so enjoy it while it lasts. These morning walks were followed by a short play under a tree near home. Here I'd work on recall and some other basic training like sit, lie down, stay, etc. I look at it as another opportunity to cement that bond by spending quality time together on an activity that'll help you down the road. Then, half a cup of kibble and a brain teaser toy, followed by a nap under my chair as I work the morning away. Around 1 p.m., we drive to the nearby park to take a longer lunchtime walk. I found Queens would naturally stick nearby on our walks, so I used a fixed leash at first. However, as her eyes developed, she started noticing things further away and across the street, so I switched to a retractable leash to allow her to exercise her scent drive and start wandering. She's a sniffer and explorer, so as much as I can allow for that during our walks, it helps keep her stimulated. And it's great practice for any future hiking buddy. Then home for another nap under my office chair as I worked the afternoon away. We peed before dinner, still just a short walk around the neighborhood, raw meat for dinner, and usually a bit of whatever I was eating too. Then playtime, and she would always get playful after dinner, right when I was winding down for the day. I slept beside her pen for the first night, and moved to the couch for the rest of the week. After that, I started sleeping in my bedroom again, leaving her penned up but well aware that I wasn't far at all. And she never cried once. Helpful hints I found useful to think about. Some people try to discourage certain behaviors that can be seen as destructive. My furniture being chewed on, for example. I might feel differently if it were my own lawn. However, dogs like to dig and dogs like to chew. It's natural for them, so finding places and ways that they can exercise those instincts is always in the dog's best interest. And Queens loves to dig, and Queens loves to chew. Trade-off is I always have to fill in the hole she digs, and I try to keep a few sticks around for her to chew on. She also likes to steal socks. Instead of stopping her thieving ways, I simply gave her some of my older ones that she could chew on. She eventually learned the difference and stuck with destroying the ones I allowed her to. Same with shredding paper. I use appropriate products for her to chew up to redirect her away from the things I don't want her to chew on, like cables or my trunk. I found redirection was a very positive way to help teach your pet boundaries. Since picking her up, Queens was constantly teething. While redirection worked a lot, I wasn't always able to keep her from chewing on my wooden trunk. I ended up using a bitter, cherry-flavored spray that worked for the most part. Sometimes it seemed like she enjoyed it. But a constant mixture of the spray, stern nose, and a lot of redirection curbed the habit eventually. A friend recommended frozen cucumbers for teething, however Queens didn't take to those. She did enjoy ice cubes in her water bowl though. I made a whole video on what I found to be the best teething toy, which you can check out below in the description. It saved my fingers a lot of agony. And for fun, stimulating toys you can make from paper products in your recycling bin, be sure to check out the Do-It-Yourself Dog Toys playlist at the end of the video. Tollers are incredibly smart and honestly surprisingly easy to train. I seriously lucked out. However, puppies have a lot of energy that needs to be expelled, or it'll come out in destructive ways. It's important to understand the needs of the type of breed you want so you can make sure your lifestyle's fit. You wouldn't want to find out you're more of a cat-like dog person than a dog-like dog person after getting a dog-like dog, right? Thanks for watching. I hope you found it fun and informative. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. It really helps a lot. And don't forget to subscribe for more Growing Up Queens. See you in the next one.